Hey you guys, it's me Elizabeth. I know it's been a hot ass minute since I've been on YouTube, but I just wanted to welcome you guys back, and I apologize ahead of time for my crusty editing, but go ahead and stay tuned so you can see how I accomplished this look. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on my brows before I get started with anything, so my brows are about to disappear. In ebony, so as you can see, I don't know if you can pull in here. So, and I'm going to be using my Anastasia brush number 12. So I'm going to stencil them out with powder. I feel like when you stencil them out with powder, it's so much easier to go in with gel. So the whole purpose of having foundation under is just so that powder can go on there flawlessly. It gives you more control of your product. So now what I'm creating is a stencil, and I'm just going to sketch right through the brow just the way my brow hairs would naturally grow out. Don't be so harsh when you guys are filling them in. I feel like everybody wants to like scrub on these bitches. So what I'm doing here, I'm pushing up some of that product that I had in the bottom front part of my brow, and I'm just pushing it up, and now I'm creating hair-like strokes. And the way I do it, I like to make sure that the angle is pointing down, be a little heavy-handed, and then lightly letting it go, just so I have more of that natural flow versus it looking so harsh. In ebony, the dip brow, and I'm going to be using my number 12 brush by Anastasia, and I'm going to go ahead and line up my brow. And now you're going to create more hair-like strokes with the dip brow from Anastasia. NC20 by MAC, the Pro Long Concealer, and my brush, the 242. So now what you're going to do, you're going to make sure you're generous with the amount that you have in your brush, and make sure that you're cleaning right at the rim of the brow, and then just make sure that you bring down that product and blend it out. My primer, I'm going to be using Painterly by MAC. Of course, it's going to be Yes Girl. And I'm going to go in with my Luxie brush, and this is in 205. So I'm going to go in with that one. That's going to be my transition color. Brush in 235. And I'm going to be going in with Taffy, which is this one here. So now I'm going in with Plum, and I'm going to put that on the outer part of my lid and up towards my crease. Blackout, and this is by Urban Decay, and same little brush, and I'm going to darken the outer corner. And I'm just going to buff it out. So I'm going right on top of the black. Using the Urban Decay, but I'm going to use the bottom part. It looks straightforward. And right above my crease is where I'm going to cut up my lid. So after I marked where I wanted my lid to be cut up, I went ahead and grabbed the 242 and continued doing the same thing. And then that's just to buff out some of the concealer. Thinking I'm going to go between Fierce and Throne. Okay, so I'm going to use Fierce for the center of my lid. So I'm just going to dab. So remember, just dabbing motions, and then I'm going to go in with Throne, and I'm also going to dab it in the inner part of my eye. And then with the liquid liner from LA Splash, I'm just making my crease a little bit more intense. And now I'm grabbing the Balm Cosmetics liquid liner in Swing, and I'm just going to go for it and just wing it out. I really don't care how the tail part looks, because I'm going to grab a makeup remover wipe, clean it up, and then clean it up with some concealer. Also, I am going to be grabbing my gel liner by e.l.f. and I'm going to be applying it on the waterline. I rub my eyes a little bit just to tightline the top lashes, just a little trick that I like to do just so I can save some time. And then I'm going to grab my small shader brush, the M508 by Morphe, and go ahead and tightline it one more time. And then with Plum, go ahead and buff it out under the eye. I'm going in with the Hourglass foundation in Sand and buffing it into my skin. Concealers, of course. So I'm using the Shape Tape concealers by Tarte, obviously. Duh. And I'm going to be using light and light medium. I like that one has a pink undertone and the other one has a yellow undertone. So it kind of cancels out anything that I have going on. And at the same time, it brightens my under eye. So with the damp beauty blender, I'm just buffing this out. You do not want to drag the concealer, but I do like to take my concealer up towards my nose area. Or to bake. I like to take the setting powder up towards my nose. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Luxie brush and contour my face. I am using, it's called Tarte's Contour Palette. I'm using number 3 and number 4. I like that it has a neutral tone, so I love that. I'm going to go ahead and cut up my contour. And this is especially for gorditas. Like, this is especially for somebody that has chubby cheeks like me. And I'm using the Ofra Cosmetics Beverly Hills. It's broken, or I would show you, just to clean up my brow. So right on the tip of the nose. And then just right on the center of the nose as well. And then I'm just going to push against my nose. And I'm going to snatch the nose. Okay. So as you can see, that nose is starting to look snatched. Lash Dreams. They're so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it on now. And I added a little bit of glitter. I feel like glitter makes everything better. So I'm just making sure they're like in here. Make sure you guys are pushing it into your lash line, not on your lashes. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid liner. And by the way, on the lips I have Too Faced Melted Matte. And this one is in Cool Girl. So sorry, it should be like this. And this was in Cool Girl. And then also right on top of it, I did put a lip liner. And the lip liner that I'm using is not this one. Hold on, I have a mess here. I'm using Cork by MAC. And then the glitter that I'm using is the Heavy Metals. And this one is in Midnight Cowboy. And I just lightly under the eye, I put a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put some eyeliner on my lash line. Okay, because nobody wants to see that lash band. Okay. And there you go. I'm finally finished. Like I said, I haven't been in the game for a good minute on YouTube, but I'm sure it'll get better as we go. And here we go. So thanks so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I will be seeing you next week with some more looks for y'all. Until then, this is Elizabeth, and I am out.